Welcome to the Gad Show. Now, on this show, we are mainly about raising and unveiling talent. So, I will do this every single time and every single other day. So, I'll ask you, my friends, to always follow me on my Facebook page, that is Gad Maseo. Then you can follow me on my YouTube channel, that is where you Gad. You can follow me on Twitter, where you Gad. You can follow me on Instagram and every social platform is still using where you Gad. Now, Uganda's got out of talent, and the talent has been hidden. Now, in this podcast, we are always to unveil out of talent. With me today is a great young guitarist, because at this young age of 15, he got a guitar teacher, a guitar trainer. He trains people how to play the guitar. I've seen him grow because I've done a lot of work before. I can even tell you. So, he's with me today here, and we are having a little chat with him on the Gad Show. Welcome to the Gad Show.
Thank you. I am good.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Well, I grew up as a young man in Christ. Yeah, so I really love the music a lot. And also to my academic side, I was poor, but with God's grace I was able to pass.
What do you mean by being poor on that side?
Well, I was not like high in my academic side, but I kept on revising. Everyone kept on advising me and encouraging me, and I passed.
So you start from being a poor performer to being a good performer.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Just speak about it here, but then you change from being a poor performer to a good performer. Let's do your listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell us about what are your names?
Well, my name is Matthew.
That means you're Uganda.
Yeah.
Just speak some Uganda.
I am learning. Suddenly, I get there. The only problem, I grew up from international schools.
So you grew up in international schools, so that's the problem why you can't speak Uganda.
Yeah. And
But are you eager to learn Uganda with time?
yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
So you want to learn Uganda.
Yeah.
But right now you don't know anything about speaking Uganda.
Right now, I kind of understand a little bit of Uganda.
I'm seeing you calling it vernacular. I know that's from the school you went to, so the school has called it vernacular.
Yeah.
So what if I say Jebali? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've had that a lot.
What does it mean?
How are you?
Okay, let's get back to the business. Now you tell us about your talent. What talent do you have? So here is about unveiling the talent on the Gad Show. So what talent do you have?
Well, I am a guitarist and a programmer.
Programmer?
Yeah.
What do you mean being a programmer?
Well, usually programming by decrypting and encrypting files, folders, helping people make applications, making websites.
That means, how old are you?
I'm 15.
At the age of 15, you're becoming a programmer
Yeah.
in Uganda? I find this somehow crazy because one of the things that you know about Uganda is you can't find people like you. So what pushes you and how do you become a programmer? Tell us, did you go to school to become a programmer or what did you do to become a programmer?
Well, I got inspired by Mr. Robot. He was a person, an American. He was just alone, but he had his computer. And he used to do a lot on his computer, and people used to appreciate him for what he used to do. And he used to just help people for free. Nowadays, people are raising the prices because finding a programmer is not that easy in Uganda, so we had to raise the prices high. I don't want that. I want to stop that. I think it's fair to bring peace.
Wait, how do you come to learn about Mr. Robot? What helps you learn about Mr. Robot as a programmer that inspires you to do programming?
Well, learning about Mr. Robot, it really helped me. When I was just young, I actually loved just repairing some small devices like a remote control car and all of that. But then I had to understand how those things work, the software, how computers work. Just that question just actually came to me. Yeah, so when I decided just learn how a computer works, while I was watching, there was this TV show called Mr. Robot. Right? So I decided, let me try watching this. Right? So when I saw he was also a young man. He was my age, but that time I was something like 10 years old, but he was 15.
So when you was 10, you start watching Mr. Robot when he was 10, when you're 10 years old and he's 15.
Yeah,
Now you're 15, you're doing what he does.
yeah.
So tell us what have you created so far in your programming world? What have you done?
Well, in my programming, I have learned how to program games, how to program apps, making real apps.
Do you have any game that is yours?
Yeah.
What game? What's the name of the game?
Well, there is this game called Missing, but Missing with E. Yeah, so I just called it Missing. It's a game. It's like almost the version of these other games, but almost a little bit different. Yeah, so that game was very helpful because while I was making the game, it was fun and it was also teaching me programs that will help me in the future while we are creating the future.
So what's the game about? Missing.
Yeah.
Is it missing like MESING? Yeah. Missing. So how is missing? What are the controls? What's missing about it?
Well, there is a person, right? So and there are just many bullets coming up, going down there, and actually it's a very hard game. It's very hard to survive. There are only two keys. There are actually four keys, the cursors, and you have to keep on moving up and down. And also, other games that I created were these other applications of tic-tac-toe, the snake game.
Tell us about tic-tac-toe. What is it? What's that like?
Well, tic-tac-toe is like a basic game mostly for people. Like, it's a very easy game. You can even do it on a paper. Just drawing some boxes, and then after, if you have 3 X's at a row, then you win. Or you have 3 zeros at a row, then you win.
So the other game is
The other game is Missing, and then the other game, the one where you miss X's and zeros at a row, is tic-tac-toe. And then another game is the snake game. I created the snake game using Python and PyCharm, also Pygame. Right? And then I think also calculators.
so you made a program that's a calculator.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the calculator?
Well,
Just calculator.
yeah.
Just calculator. So have you put the work for sale or still you're keeping the work before putting it out back?
Well, I am going to try improving on the work and turning it into application, because right now it is a PyCharm application.
Wait, do you have a manager who manages your work? But after doing, someone has to wait for the market for your goods.
So I don't think I have.
Don't think you have. Okay. Now, after doing this, what else have you done in the programming world?
Well, in the programming world, I've helped people. Usually programming, you have to learn about a computer, know how a computer works, right? And be able to do everything in a computer and solve every problem for each other person. In this district, usually most of my neighbors and my friends, they call other people who also learn programming to help them. But then suddenly they make the price $500,000. That's very bad. And they have already paid the money. They have finished fixing their computer and they want the money. But then suddenly this young guy doesn't have the money. So what the engineer does, he takes away the whole PC. And I really feel bad for those guys. So what I do, I decided this is also what inspired me to learn about the computer, so I can help other people who are suffering there. They don't have money, but most of their jobs are online. Yeah, so I really learned how to do that. Yeah, so I learned how to fix computers by software, not by hardware, and also upgrading the computer so it can be easier to use. Upgrading Windows 7 to Windows 8, Windows 10 Pro. Yeah, and really helping those guys who are there, who want to do their work on Facebook. Help them create pages and put for them applications that will make it easier. And I also encrypt their files so they cannot be hacked by people who want to steal them.
So can you talk about the programming market in Uganda? What do you think? Do you think there's a chance for young youth like you to have a market or to have an exposure of their work that they're doing? Where do you see the market of programming in Uganda?
Well, the market of programming, usually it's very hard to find it in Uganda, but there are many people who are inspired and they want to learn how to program, right? But it's just the price, and also some people don't really pay the money, and the price can be too high. But I think starting your own market will be good at a fair price. Like for example, you're a website designer. Many people are starting websites online, right? They know that things are starting to work online. So also me, I also design websites using WordPress, and I usually put some things on Facebook or OTT, and it really helps you out according to the price if the price is not that high.
So have you sold some of your items already?
Well, I've not sold most of my items because I have to first improve them so they can go to even phones where I can download them on your phone, turning them into an APK, and then you can improve them where they can go on a laptop easily be downloaded on iOS or on any Apple device, any Android version. So I am going to try doing that, improving it, and I'll download it for free.
You're going to give that software for free because I see most of the softwares are paid for. So you're still going to be paid for.
Yeah, it will then be purchased. And I'll also help other people who are inspired in learning programming.
So what would you tell to the president of Uganda about people like you? What do you think the government should do, and what do you think the government hasn't done to create or do that new program?
Well, I think the government is not really giving us a huge chance. Usually, it does not concentrate on the world because they know people want to come there, want to become doctors. But if they come to the engineering side of the engineering ministry, they don't really give a lot. They do not fund for us.
Of recent, the president has been making a cry where he says the scientists should be given out of money. Are you in line with what he says? Do you think you scientists need out of money? Do you think you have to have a better salary than that?
Well, I think we have to have a fair salary because we are doing most of the work. We are the guys who are helping everyone be connected when it's talking.
Would you leave Uganda for any other country a chance, an opportunity of appear like go to work in another country and leave Uganda because the salary in Uganda isn't good?
Well, I don't think that's the right thing. Well, with Uganda,
Now, if you don't think that's the right thing, you would stay in Uganda for a low salary if there is a better paying opportunity. It comes from, let me say, a country like Tanzania. It's paying. You don't leave Uganda.
I would stay in Uganda.
Okay. You're still on the Gad Show. You know that Gad Show always have people that have got good talent. These people that are gifted. You know, God has given most of us. And the Bible says, "You give me, always make out for you." So with me today is Sosi Matthew. He's a programmer. He's a guitar player. He does a lot of things. He's a poet. A little know about him and much of things that he does. So now tell us. Tell us about programming. You have told us about programming. I know that you're a poet. Do you write poems still?
Oh yeah. Poems, I think it's a bit too expressive.
So how do you start writing poems? How do you understand your writing?
Well, it's all about the story of the poem.
Yeah, but I want us to get to the point to tell us what drives you into writing poems. How did you get to know that you're a poet?
Well, it was by while I was watching, it was CNN. There is this program called Business is Mine. There is this guy, his name is called Matthew, is also my name. He's on CNN if most of you guys know him. Yeah, so he created this, and usually he's the one who inspired me to go with your feelings. Right? So he inspired me to move with what you have and express your feelings, write your story. So one time, usually I was bored and I decided to write a story, not a poem, but just a story. I wrote that story and I showed it to my mother. She was very impressed. My father was very impressed, and they said keep it up. So with all of that, I just kept on sitting down in the bedroom, trying to think of something, and from nowhere I came up with, I think, the best poem. I showed it to my mother, and my mother was like, "Oh, wow, this is now just too much. This is very nice, right?" Yeah, so she's the one who told me that you have to go. Just kept on encouraging me what I had. So with all I had, I kept on practicing, and when I went to school, I also started writing poems, and that's where my name came. Most people knew me because they were, writes nice poems, very nice writing. That's what really inspired me to go with what you just express your feelings.
Were you first years at school also writing poems? I was speaking about school. Were you first students? And which school is this that you are writing poems?
So this was in fact images when I was school. Yeah, most of the students were actually writing poems, nice poems, and we really had fun doing it.
So you had a lesson, or was it a subject that where you are always writing poems? Because what I know about the culture of Uganda, they don't write poems. So was that also a lesson? And how comes then that school has a session of writing poems?
Well, I think the school really understands people's talents, because there are schools that do not give children any chance to express their talents. For example, if you love writing stories, most schools, the biggest schools in Uganda, don't give children to express their talent. But
most of the teachers that I know don't support children writing things that are outside studying. It's not science, it's not SSTM, it's not mathematics. They don't like that. But the teachers and the parents, I know of most of the children that are beaten because a girl is writing a story. So what would you tell such people, like the parent who don't support a child writing a poem, or a teacher that is against a child writing a poem, or these teachers that want only to revise what you have learned and pass? So what do you tell them?
well, I think that's just wrong. That it's very bad for adults to mistreat children like that when it comes to their talent. Because there is a child who can decide to leave studies for the lack of his talent and then go through what he's doing. Right?
Okay. Tell us a little bit about school. How was school? Was it always that fun? Because you being a good poet, you being a program, I think school was fun.
Yeah, school was good.
So all you have at school was just nice. So any challenges that you have faced through in life?
Well, I don't think there are lots many challenges. Yeah, I don't think there are.
Yes, what tell you, you're still on the Gad Show with me, Gad. On this show, we always unveil out of talent. Many children have talent out there, but I don't go to the world. So I'm doing this, my mother at school, the Gad Show with me, Gad. Now, if you want to contact me, my phone number is 0758 and then you can check me out on my social media platform, that is my Gad, on every social media platform, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Snapchat, Instagram, and my YouTube channel is my Gad. Still, you can follow me on Friends of Worship Uganda. Still, you can get me there, and we shall talk. My email address is myogad3@gmail.com. Okay, now Matthew, tell us about the guitar.
Yeah.
We hear that you're a guitar player.
Yeah.
So I want you people that in the next export, Matthew telling us about the guitar player. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I request you please to follow me up. If you don't have the podcast, you can find it on the Podbean. You can also find it on other. I'll tell you more of them. Talk show. You can find all the podcasts right there, or on my Facebook page. I'll be putting this every time. So we meet again next time. I know this Friday. This was Friday, and then on Saturday we'll have another part with Matthew telling us more about playing the guitar. If you want to learn the guitar or no, you have the guitar and you'll be the guitarist.
You can also follow me on the same message guitar.
You have a guitar academy. So tell people about it. They follow you.
Yeah.
So you always give them lessons.
Yeah, I always give them lessons for free.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. I don't follow this thing of charging a lot of money. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a free trial, 3 days. That's if you come, like my page, and on my page you'll find my WhatsApp number, where you will contact me, and we'll talk for free.
I'm really impressed with this guy. He's just 15 years old. He's in senior one. You're from your primary school, your junior school was in 40 minutes. You can do everything. Steve, if you have missed the podcast, you can find it on Infant Images Facebook page, and then you can find it on my Facebook page, that is Rayo Gad. It is Gad Marcelo Rayo, and then you can also find it on social media. I'll put this on your Facebook page. Yeah. So he says you can follow him on the is what?
If I message,
So there's an academy that's teaching guitar. It is online, and I know you'll have fun and you like everything. Thank you for listening to the Gad Show. This is the first podcast. Don't miss the next podcast. And he's telling us how to play the guitar. Don't miss. And bring much of the talent. You are with your man, Gad.